Right, so we're 2 leading up today. We've got a slip lead and a harness, and I'm going to get wet feet. But hey, it's all about Murphy. Come on, buddy. So it's all about Murphy. This way. So he's been very nervous the past couple of days, scrabbling around. No, off. This way, bud. Come on. Scrabbling around when we're in car parks and stuff. Really skittish with people. Come on, buddy, this way. Come on. And this is the calmest he's been for a while. So I don't know if it's the slip lead or the fact he's just had a giant poo there. So yeah, bless him. Beautiful place to be walking in the morning, mind. It's 1 degree as well, and I've left my big grab jacket is in storage, which is fun. John's pulled his back out. I should say Dexter's pulled John's back out. So it's time for me to take Murph out first for a walk, and then I'm going to go back and pick up Dexter and take him out too. Come on, buddy. Come on, he's a good boy. So I don't know if this slip lead's doing a trick or not. I hope it is, because that's something that I can keep up with and see if he stays nice and calm. Time will tell, eh? I did just wonder what all the blooming racket was. I thought my heating was broken. I don't think I've ever seen so many geese fly by. It's crazy. Oh, well, quite a bleary-eyed good morning to you this morning. As you can see, the view has changed a little. Got to about, I think it might have been just before 3 o'clock last night, or this morning maybe. It was blowing an absolute hoolie, so much so. I mean, it was so noisy with the wind we didn't even realise there was a auto trailer Apache that was parked next to John, which must have been protecting him from a bit of the wind, therefore protecting me. And that had moved, and we didn't even know until it got ridiculous. So the wind, it was proper blowing the vans around, and it was all kinds of rocky, and I could hear that Murphy was bothered by it. And just at the same point, I'm sat there just scrolling through like next step things. So far I've been looking at like motorhomes, industrial units, what they're called, seasonal pitches, all sorts of things, just to try and see what we're going to do next. I was just aimlessly scrolling because I couldn't sleep, and then I get a text from John saying, do you think we should just move in front of the building so the building can block us from the wind? And I'm like, that sounds like a plan. So we literally just got out of bed, put my Crocs on, and we moved the vans to in front of the building, which was much better. It was still a little bit windy, but it was much better. We know what our very first plans are anyway, so we're going to go to Boroughbridge or Easingwold, both places we've been before, but we chose Easingwold because it's got a lovely park right at the back of the park up, which would be perfect for the boys. So we're going to go there, and then from there to Willow Fields. Got to go back over there at the beginning of December anyway, so we were trying to see if we could work it out where we don't go there until we have to go back because of my appointments and everything are all that way, so we can spend some time looking for motorhomes and all the other things that we want to look at. So my winter wrap jacket is over that way in storage, so we need to go to the storage, and then we need to go to Willow Fields just to do a bit of a recheck, see Johnny and Gabby, go to do some washing, all the other bits of things to do, and check in with them guys for a little. Then we'll be back over. Well, not straight away, but all the bits in between of looking. I think for the bits that we're looking, if it's anywhere rented, like say workshop, because it depends on, we're talking about whether we're going to redo the vans, whether me just refitting the van and working something else out inside would be enough, and I don't need to buy a new motorhome. There's so many options flying around in the air at the minute that we're not too sure. So we're thinking if we rent a workshop for 6 months like we did last time, but I don't want it to be over the opposite side of the country to where our daughter and my dad and my sister and everybody is, because I'd just be going backwards and forwards all the time and never get anything done. So we're going to go closer to there. So instead of being like an hour and 45 minutes away, if not more, when we had the unit in home, just been a case of everything spinning around your head, and there's so much going on. It's no wonder I feel overwhelmed all the time. There's so many things I want to do, there's so many things I have to do. They're changing the way that the anti-money laundering process works with everybody, because the FCA have said that they want to be the people that hand out all of the supervision for anti-money laundering. There's no time scale for that yet, but that means that the person that the body that provides mine has to start doing all of these changes when they're just like, literally get your house in order. I mean, my house is in order because I've had an audit and passed it all. So I just need to make sure that everything is still in order, that everything is still going the way it needs to go, because I don't want to go to a different body and it not be the right thing. So yeah, there's just so many little things going on, plus as well regular work, you know. I mean, technically I've got 3 jobs and they do take up time, so it's a case of getting those sorted. Got a real good day yesterday though, loads of things done for me, accounting and whatnot. So yeah, so I think it'll be out for a quick walk with Mister, get him some food down him, another coffee, and then we'll set off. And then when we get to the park, we'll take him for a big walk then. And speaking of dog going for a walk, do you think he looks like he wants to go out anywhere? He's a proper little bed pup, isn't you? You like your bed? Hi, baby. What do you think? Do you fancy going for walkies? Do you want to go for wee-wee or poo-poo? Wee-wees or poo-poos? No? Anything? You want to get out of bed? You like the bed? You do like the bed? Oh dear. Oh dear, baby's such a tired baby. See, the thing is, I like it when it's like this. I'm trying not to make too many big changes, because when I work till 10 o'clock in the morning, I wait. I know we can do 12 hours comfortably. So I wait till 10 o'clock, take him for his last walk at night. So I know that he's ready, he's all right until I finish work. And when I'm working in the morning, he literally just sits in his bed or sleeps in his bed. He snores. Sometimes I have to lean out of the way because he snores so much, and I'm worried about people hearing things. I mean, I just tell him he's like my emotional support dog, because it's not far wrong. So I like the fact he's so snoozy. But, you know, when you want to actually get up and get stuff done, it's like, come on, mate, up you get. So this is Murphy in his natural environment, it seems. Still pulling a little, but not as much. But as soon as he gets out of the van, he goes absolutely ballistic, and it's like he's freaking out. It's not like he's overexcited, it's like he's petrified. So we've got to figure out what's going on with that, haven't we, buddy? Because this seems to be how he likes to walk and sniff. But for that first 10 minutes when he's freaking out, and by that point, I mean, I'm not bothered about what people see in the park with me, but there were so many people giving me disapproving looks because of how mental he was going. You coming? Oh, there's a dog. He's being very brave. Right, wants to go down there. All right. I tell you, I'd say I'm too old for this shit, but I do think that, and this is no offence to anybody else, but a lot of people would struggle to handle Murphy when he is scared. Yeah, the disapproving glares around the park are something else, I tell you. 2 lovely takeaways from the walk. As soon as we got into the woodland, he calmed down a lot, and just before I cut off the last one, there was a lady that was walking up with a dog. Turns out that hers is a rescue, and she's had her for 6 weeks as well. We were both talking about the disapproving glares, because it looks like we both have we both have very little control over the dogs, because they're so scared of everything. And her dog was scared of leaves and people and other dogs and noises and everything else too. And she just says that she just tries to get to the woods as quick as she can, because there's far fewer people in there, because people don't like to get muddy, do they? But, you know, it was that. And we finished off the conversation by saying we are 2 badasses. We are badass for rescuing some dogs that have complete control over us. And that they are still decompressing, and that we will get there, that we are doing well, that the dogs are already doing much better than they were when they got to us 6 weeks ago. So take little steps, and then everything will be okay. And then just after that, the second good thing was we walked up a little, and there was a lady who probably saw me freaking out most, because I was trying to put a bag of poo in a poo bin, and we already know he doesn't like bins and he doesn't like poo bags, so already I was on one. it goes round in circles, and at this point, so I had my hands free, I've made a loop out of his leads, so I just chucked it over my shoulder, and he'd gone round and round and round and round so much that I was at threat of being strangled by how close these were coming up. So I go to take it off. Just at the point that she comes round the corner, he takes off, nearly takes my bloody head off with him. I'm talking about you. I am. It's a good job, you're cute. So she saw that, and I just put the poo bags in, said morning, cut across the field to get away. Anyway, she was coming back the other way with her 2 dogs, 2 spaniels, off the lead. I just explained, I just said, I'm sorry, he's a little bit nervous. So she said, okay, try to call the dogs over. But he had sniffsies with them. They did sniffy bums and sniffy faces, and there was wagging tails until one of her dogs tried to mount him. He didn't know what to think about that, and he's looking at me. It's like, Mum. And then she came and sorted the dog out. So it's just like, but he did really well at that last little bit. Then he said hi to dogs. He was fine with people. He sat down while I was talking to this lady with the rescue dog. So, you know, there's so many good things to take away. I just wish I could take away how scared he was about everything else. He'd enjoy his walk so much more. I mean, yeah, I'm going to get something out of it. I really am. But I am far more worried about him. And I want him to enjoy it more because there's so many cool places he's going to get to see. We've just got to try and figure it out slowly, eh? Anyway, I've earned my coffee. Some sniffsies in the dog walking, now wee-wees in the dog walking field at Willow Field, don't we, mate? Yeah. So I got him on his long line so he can have a good sniffsy sniffs. Already deposited one. But this little one was freaked out again last night. Even after a couple of little 2 minutes at dusk, nothing, panicking. 2 minutes a little bit later. Bearing in mind it takes me 5 minutes to get him out of his bed, so each time it just feels like I'm stressing him out more to do it, to get him out for little amounts of time to see if it helps. At about 9:20, I think it was last night, we left John's van, and it was just like, right mate, come on, let's go to the toilet before we go in. And he just freaked out. He just really does not like nighttime, and it is nighttime, doesn't matter how well lit the area is. Nighttime, he just doesn't like it at all. So he came in to the van, and that was that until 9 o'clock this morning. So I mean, I think the last time he probably went to the toilet was 4:30, maybe 4 o'clock yesterday. So that is a long time. But I can't force him. I figured that he'll tell me if he needs a toilet. He's done it before, and he didn't bother. So I don't know. What do we do with you, Mr. Murphy? 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 Hiya, bud. He still won't come to me. But I've got a squeaky ball in my pocket, which I might have a go at if I can put this poo bag down somewhere. Well, so tonight for my tea, even though it's 4:15, I am having a steak because it's out of date today. So I'm having steak. I got this cheese, let's say, when I was in the Lake District, so it's mature cheddar, but it's got blue in it as well. And I'm having a wrap with the steak on it, a little bit of blue cheese and some salad, and I've got some potatoes in the air fryer. I've also got 4 eggs in there, so I will boil the eggs, so I've got them for just gnawing on tomorrow or in a salad or something. Hopefully by the time this is done, maybe it might get to a point where everything is ready and the steak's resting just before I plate it up. Then I'm going to take Murph out again. So yeah, so I've never cooked anything quite so nice as this in the... He is fast asleep in the van. However, look at my steak, it loves me. Look, it loves me. Oh, that's a really nice Irish sirloin, and not a lot of fat on that at all. So I'm literally just going to put some oil and salt and pepper, and I'm going to put them on top of my chips. You got the eggs at the back and then the chips at the front, and I'm going to put the steak on top of the chips when they're cooked and finish cooking it that way. I'll tell you about the disaster when all of this ended up on the floor. Oh. Steak's nicely done, nicely rested, and that was way too much for one, so I'm having 2. I've not eaten yet. Not that I need to explain why, but I haven't. So, woo, let's get some light on here. So, as I've been sorting out things in the van, before we left, I bought some new rolls of bin bags for my little bin. I think they're like 15-litre bin bags or something, and I like the black ones. I don't like ones that you can see through. So when I buy them online, you buy like 8 at a time or something, and these have just got a slightly different size, where the other ones fit perfectly, tiny little stretch at the top, fit perfectly over the bin, whereas these don't. And when I put things in, if it's heavy, it's pulling the bin liner in, and it's got a little bit annoying. But as I've been sorting some things out, I found something in my boot and I've fixed it. And it's like getting a whole new bin. I'm like, oh my God, I want to put things in the bin because it's just so cool. Which I've also done with other things. Like when I did the fairy lights, I have used push pins. I said press studs then, no, push pins, drawing pins instead of the screws. Just because it means I can change the shape of the lights rather than going through the ones that are in the roof, you know. But yeah, look at this, how simple. So as you can see, I've just done a refill of my deodorant. However, look, it's one of those little tags that you can get for putting fairy lights and things up. And I just stuck one either side. And look how perfect that looks with the bin liner. Honestly, awesome. Don't you find it funny sometimes how you like struggle with things as you're going along, and it's just like, oh, this is a pain and I don't know why, and all of this, whereas it just takes like 2 minutes of thinking. And in a box in the boot there, the Command is the brand, I think it is. I can carry this stuff around for a reason. So it's nice to actually get to use it a little. So yeah, so I love my van even more than I did before now. I've just done a few little tweaks. Got the bin sorted, I've sorted out my clothes so I've got more room so it doesn't feel like an effort. Put a box up top above the cab with Murphy's stuff in it, so everything's there instead of it just feeling like it's been pushed in everywhere. So yeah, just sorting out the storage a little it's made it so much better. We've got a couple of things. We've got some training for the dogs next week, and until that point we're just gonna have a little bit of a flit around the local area and have a look at motorhomes and things. I want to sit in some of the motorhomes that are the layout that I want. I don't really, so a lot of them are a little bit older than we want that we can find around here, but the layouts are the same. So I just want to go sit in one and see whether I do like the layout in person or whether it's just going to be, it's going to be the wrong thing in my head. It's not as big as it feels, or the floor space is different or whatever. So we're going to hopefully do a little bit of that before we head over to Manchester way. I want to be close by for when we need to move my dad. I want to see my daughter, my grandson, and look for a unit or something. Look for something. So we need somewhere to stop for a bit, and it's not going to be like a permanent thing, because so it's got to be affordable. So I think we're wanting, I don't know if it's pie in the sky or if it's something that we're never going to find, but we found some small industrial units, pretty much like the one we had last time. We just need to be able to get the van inside. So we just need to find something like that in the area we want to do it, in the price range we can do it. So it might be impossible. But if anyone knows of any small industrial units that you can get a van in, it doesn't have to be loads of space. It just has to be open space. For not like this 1,500 quid a month that we've seen in some places, because you get all the other bits on top. But yeah, for a decent price, then hit me up. And yeah, if you want to hit me up, anyone that wants to hit me up, Instagram is best. But if you can't Instagram me, you can email me on hi@unadventurousmandy.co.uk. So I've had people ask me that too. I've had lots of questions lately, which has been lovely, about my job, which I've already sorted out on another video, and also all sorts of other little bits of things. So yeah, I have the loveliest subscribers. I really do. I love y'all, and I've not even had a drink.